I wanted to do a quick wrap up of what I did this week. I decided not to video everything I made while I was making it because it was just crazy. And I wasn't doing, usually whenever I'm canning stuff, I'm not doing it all at once. You know what I mean? Like I'll do it at like when I get an extra 5 minutes throughout the day. So it was really hard to, like, I tried for, I think it was the jelly. I was really trying to do a video of how I was making the jelly, but there is a whole story behind this jelly. It got real nutty, and then I eventually deleted it, and then I just went on to do everything else. So I'm going to show you what I got. This is about, if I include everything, this is about $10 worth of food, only because I got the peaches for free. And the lighting, oh my god. And I guess you could include about a bag of sugar for that, so an extra $2 for the bag of sugar. So $12 to $15 is what I spent personally on this food. So let me show you. Like I said, I started with the jelly. Originally, my jelly, there was supposed to be about 30 jars, but like I said, there's a whole story. I messed it up. I had to reprocess it like 3 times. And I have labels on here because I'm giving it away to people. I got the peaches for free from me. My sister-in-law gave them to me, and I asked her if it was okay if I could give away peach jelly, because I'm not going to give it away if somebody else paid for it. You know, that's just not fair. So I asked her if it was okay if there were people that were requesting it. I asked her if it was okay if I would give it to them, and she's like, oh, sure, it's fine. So that's why there's labels on them. Here is my green beans. They go all the way back here. It ended up to be 7 pints. So it was 7 pints for about 4 pounds. That works out to be 60 cents a pint. Honestly, that's probably the worst deal right now. And I mean, I'm sure with inflation, it's going to get a lot worse. But right now, looked on Walmart, walmart.com to see about how much a can of green beans is, 15 ounces, and a pint is about 15 ounces. It's about 65 to 80 cents for a pint of green beans. So overall, you're saving like 10 cents a pint. I mean, it's not a great deal, but at the same time, you did it yourself. You added the salt yourself. You know exactly how much is in it. You know what's in it. You know where it was grown, stuff like that. So that's the advantage. But honestly, dollar for dollar, that is the worst deal out of all of this. This is what came out of that large bin of tomatoes. These are about 1.5 pints, so about 3 cups. I boiled them down and they're ready to be made into pasta sauce. In order to do that, I just add a little bit of tomato paste. I did add, you can kind of see the green flecks in there. I added the green onion that I had purchased, and that's the same through all of them. The only thing that's in there is tomatoes and green onions. There's no salt in there yet. So it's kind of like whenever I go to cook it, it will be the base of a tomato sauce. The next thing I had was these potatoes. This is the best deal of anything I made. All of these potatoes, $1.50 for all of this. So I got 5 quarts of potatoes out of $1.50. And there was a lot of trimmings, because when I showed you the bag, you could see that there was going to be a lot of trimmings, but I just put that in my compost. I don't feel comfortable giving potato skins to my chickens. I know you can, but there was parts that were just pretty bad, and I just didn't feel comfortable giving it to them. This is the last thing I did. This was kind of a last minute addition. I noticed that there was a bag of carrots that were on their way out. So I made this, again, this is about 1.5 pints, about 3 cups, a little bit under 1 quart of carrots, and then a pint of carrots. This is the last thing that I'm working on. It has the trimmings from the green beans and it has the tomato skins in here. And I also made a chicken. It was a half of a chicken, but I made it specifically so that I could make this broth. And I've done this before. This is how I always make broth. I put it on the soup setting for 2 hours, let it go, let it come to natural release. It's not done yet. The pin is still up. So I'm waiting for it to depressurize. Then I'll take everything out, and it makes about 3 quarts. I do this all the time. So that will be the last thing from my $15 worth of food. It's gonna go up into my food storage, and I just wanted to show you what I have been working on this week. It's been very busy. I'm done. I'm over it. I don't want to can anything else. I'm over it. This is literally going to be the last thing I make for at least a few weeks. I'm done for now. I've had enough. So I know this wasn't how I really wanted the video to go. I really genuinely wanted to bring you along for the process of canning everything, how I prepare it. But life just gets really crazy. Next week is Fair Week. My daughter's showing a chicken, and things just got so crazy this week. She's not here this week, but it was still absolute insanity trying to get everything ready for the fair. Like paperwork side, you know, like not necessarily getting the chicken ready for the fair. Like that's easy. You just pick up a chicken and you go. But getting all of the paperwork and everything necessary has just really pushed me mentally to my breaking point this week. So that's another thing. That's another reason why I'm just like done for now. After next week is Fair Week, and that itself is also going to be crazy, but I feel like this week was probably the worst of it, just with all of the paperwork that I had to do. That was insane. That was absolutely insane. I never want to do it again. But we're going to do it again next year, and she's probably going to want to bring like 5 chickens, so that'll be fun. That'll be a new experience. Anyway, so thank you for watching. Like I said, it wasn't really what I wanted this video to be, but I do hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.